Sometimes we'll love those character arcs where the main character gets bullied by everyone and then trains hard, becomes overpowered, and starts kicking enemy asses. So let's take a look at 10 anime where the main character starts off weak but becomes overpowered. 10 Devil Survivor 2. Humans versus aliens. It's a concept that never seems to get old. This time, our aliens are called the Septentriones, creatures who suddenly invade the Earth one day in hopes of destroying humanity. Before things get worse, our main character Hibiki Kuze and his friends join the war to aid the humans by signing a contract with the devils, and then they become the devil holders. At first, things are all good, and their devil powers seem to make them overpowered, but then things start to get worse. The Septentriones start to get stronger, and the threat to humanity increases. Think of this like Neon Genesis Evangelion, but with fewer mechas and more devils. Instead of angels this time, our main characters take powers from the devils, so things might get a little dark over time. 9. Eureka 7. If you need an action anime with a bit of a romance in it, then Eureka 7 should definitely be on your watch list. Here we have a boy who's got two choices, either become a mechanic like his grandfather or an adventurer like his father. His struggles over his life choices come to an end when a robot crashes into his garage. Now his dream of becoming an adventurer finally comes true, but guess what? Being an adventurer isn't as easy as he thought. On one hand, you got great animation accompanied by a banger of a soundtrack. In terms of writing, you got characters who receive development through the narrative, and after a short while, you're going to realize the show probably isn't aimed for a younger audience. 8. EYESHIELD 21. EYESHIELD 21 follows a boy named Sina Kobayakawa, whose only skill seems to be his agility and speed, but his potential is noted by the captain of the football team, and he soon lets Sina join them, but to protect his disguise, tells him to wear a helmet with an eye shield. And now you know where the anime got its name. This is a really great sports anime that focuses on our main character's journey from a weak football player to a guy who's going to put Ronaldo to shame. The character development of our main character from a weak, naive boy to a self-confident team player is really amazing, and if you love character-centered anime, then make sure to watch this one. 7. HITMAN REBORN. REBORN! Speaking of character-centered dramas, we cannot forget about Hitman Reborn, a show that's not related to the Hitman game series. Imagine if a hitman came to your house planning to give you a rigorous military training. That's what happens to Suna Sawada, the next heir to the Vongola family. At first, he's clumsy, weak, and lazy, but things change when the infant hitman named Reborn starts training him. Suna's hard work soon pays off as he becomes strong, not in just his physique, but also in his character. He becomes stronger, more confident, and willing, similar to a true family heir. As long as you don't expect the hitman of the show to be a bald guy with a tattoo on his head, we're good to go. REBORN! 俺は笹川京子に死ぬ気で告白する! 笹川京子はどこだ? 6. When supernatural battles become commonplace.
使えないんじゃ。その通り。これといって使い道がない異能だな。ないですね。もしかしたら隠れた異能があるとかないんで。
Sometimes when you start off weak and become overpowered, you also have the chance to gain a harem. Yeah, this is a harem anime, so if that's not your genre, skip to the next. So what's this anime about? It's about a boy who got supernatural powers the moment he walked into the club room, but Jurai Andu is depressed about how he has one of the worst abilities of all time. To make things worse, all of his friends have got way more cooler powers like time travel and element manipulation. As you expect, our main character isn't overpowered from the start, but instead he gradually learns about his power as we move forward with the narrative. Ooh, and he gets the girls too, and that's important. 5. Tokyo Ravens.
虫が多いから!
Everyone loves a world that has magic, so will we love the world of Tokyo Ravens too? Nope. Here, magic is considered something dangerous. Here we meet Harutora, a member of the Tsuchi Mikado's branch family. A boy who has vowed to protect Natsume, the heir of the Tsuchi Mikado's main family. But Harutora, unlike many others, doesn't possess any magical abilities, but as he learns about the potential of the Onmyudo magic, a magic that could destroy worlds, he needs to make the tough choice of whether to face the challenges or run away. If you're a fan of action and mystery, then this is a must-watch. It's really nice how they develop the mystery of the show from the first episode itself. 4. Bento. Do you want your power fantasy anime to involve food? What if I tell you the main story of Bento centers around a war in a supermarket? Okay, let me explain things a little bit. Bento follows the adventures of Yu Satu, who stumbles onto a city where the people fight for bento boxes. Now, seeing the madness, you might think Satu wants to run away, right? Turns out he actually wants to get into the fight. In the beginning, he's the guy who can barely aim a punch, but soon upperclassman Wolf-sen Ryuji invites him to join his club to learn how to fight. If you plan on ignoring this anime just because of the rather unrealistic premise, then my advice, don't. It's got some really cool fight scenes, and trust me, you're going to love the war in the supermarket.
まだまだだったな、小娘。
3. Bakemono Noko.
一人ぼっちの少年キュータ。こいつは今から俺の弟子だ。暴れん坊の化け物熊徹。
It's time to move into something emotional next. Bakemono Noko, or Boy and the Beast, tells the story of a beast living in an underground world and a boy living in the world above. Our boy has no parents, no real family, and no place to go, so he escapes into the realm of the beasts. That is where he meets our beast, Kumatetsu, who plans on using the boy to become the lord of the beasts. It's a more emotional story than the rest, and something that highlights the themes of loneliness, isolation, and recognition. Ooh, and make sure to go with the tissue boxes. You're definitely going to cry at the end of this anime. 2. Kenichi, the mightiest disciple.
そのふぬけんっていうのやめてくれない？
When we're speaking about weak main characters who go strong, we definitely cannot ignore the martial arts genre. The story focuses on Kenichi Shirahama, a high schooler and a victim of bullying. But things change when he meets the transfer student Miu Furinji. She soon starts to give him lessons in martial arts and improving his reflexes. Kenichi starts off by joining the karate club, but soon grows strong enough to take down upperclassmen as well as other fighting club members such as the Ragnarok group. Even if you don't watch it for the main character, watch it for the fight scenes. It features some genuinely good marital combat and a story EVERPOWERED fantasy is going to love. 1. Tower of God. Let's move away from manga adaptations and move into a Korean webcomic adaptation. The story follows Bam, a boy who enters the mysterious architecture known as the Tower, which holds various cultures, people, and monsters among its floors. A person can pass on to the next floor only by undergoing a series of tests, and Bam, determined to find her friend Rachel, decides to take on these tests and advance in the tower. For fantasy anime, this has some fresh world building and also a well-developed magic system known as Shinsu. If you love a carefully planned story and with an interesting cast of characters, then Tower of God is a show for you. So there goes 10 anime where the main character starts off weak but becomes overpowered over time. As usual, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be updated about our videos. That's it for today, anime fans, and I'll see you in the next video.